Hello, and welcome back to our show, Persevere with Christ. I'm Father Sean, and this is our 24th episode. I know you just saw me yesterday, and you may be wondering why I'm back again so soon. I think I found out why. Some people were hesitant to approach the gospel today, so I have decided to take it on myself. Don't worry, it'll be fine. And just as a warning, as you watch me sign the gospel, you may be kind of wondering what the heck is going on, but just stay with me and we'll talk about it after, okay? Now, reading from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 5, verses 27 to 32. Jesus said to his disciples, "You have heard that it was said, 'You shall not commit adultery.' But I say to you, everyone who looks at a woman with lust has already committed adultery with her in his heart. If your right eye causes you to sin, tear it out and throw it away. It is better for you to lose one of your members than to have your whole body thrown into Gehenna. And if your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off and throw it away. It is better for you to lose one of your members than to have your whole body go into Gehenna. It was also said, whoever divorces his wife must give her a bill of divorce. But I say to you, whoever divorces his wife, unless the marriage is unlawful, causes her to commit adultery. And whoever marries a divorced woman commits adultery. The Gospel of the Lord. I'm sure you all have some thoughts as you were listening to this gospel today. It is an awkward one and it's hard for us to imagine, especially the part where Jesus says, if one part of your body causes you to sin, tear it out and throw it away. The point of this gospel passage is that Jesus wants his disciples, which includes all of us, to be fully human. In order to be fully human, we must have the following qualities of love, fidelity, mercy, justice, truth, and humanity. All of those values are what give us our humanity. Jesus wants us to live well. And we should want to live well too, because it will give us joy and peace when we do so. We ought to realize that all of the awful things that we chase after in this world are not worth their pursuit, and we should put them aside. Instead, we ought to follow God's law, which gives us our full humanity. When we follow God's law, we are never dehumanized. And that is the point of the gospel today. I want to share with you a story which I think will really drive home this message. It's taken from a book that became a movie called The Pianist. And this is a true story that took place back in World War II. I know yesterday I was talking about a World War II story, but this one is different. The character in the story, the man that the story is about, was Polish, and his name was Vladislaw Spilman. Vladislaw was a Polish Jew who wrote this book that became a movie about his experience living in a Jewish ghetto. I will never forget the end of the movie. That picture will just stay with me forever in my mind. Vladislaw was playing the piano, and he was a really good piano player. At the same time, there was a German soldier who had his gun and was looking for people to kill. He heard the piano playing and he followed the sound and saw the man playing the piano. And then he put down his gun. This was such a powerful moment because it really showed how that soldier was able to acknowledge the humanity in the other person by seeing the skill that he had at playing the piano. The soldier realized that his actions were awful, how he had been killing all these people, and in that moment of hearing that music and seeing that piano player, he was able to put down his weapon. This is a good example that really emphasizes the point of the gospel today, where Jesus says, if anything causes you to sin, are you really being human in that moment? Are you living your full humanity? No, instead, you must get rid of the thing that dehumanizes you so that you can be that person who's full of love, fidelity, mercy, justice, truth, and humanity. That is the point of the gospel today, and I hope that you're able to clearly understand that. One more example that I can give you is imagine a person's overly dependent on alcohol. They're addicted and they can't stop drinking. That is a sin because it doesn't help to make that person fully human. It dehumanizes them. And if they're able to put aside that sin and get rid of their alcoholic addiction, then they can look for peace and they can find it. We know that we all want to become fully human, 100% holy, and the best that we can. That is what Jesus is trying to teach us today in the gospel. Thank you for watching. May God bless you. Love you all.